sipping a milkshake in a snowstorm. That fuck warm in the dorm room at the AU. We two athletes.
And there's a shot earlier of the Rockets preparing for action. We have the Thunder as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. A quick check now of the starting five for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Doug McDermott?
And he is also a very savvy on-the-ball defender. He'll turn a crossover into a turnover if you try it against him.
It's a one-game reprieve at home for the Rockets, here with their Houston fans, then back on the road. Sitting at third in the West, there's no question this is a top-notch team.
This is a team with high expectations, and they don't end with the regular season.
And they've been every bit as good as expected, Greg, rolling through the regular season, and they're gathering momentum as the postseason grows closer. I would say they'll be dangerous again in the playoffs.
Back to Paul. There's a screen. Here's Harden on the wing. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Harden's got himself on the board.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here's Roberson. Stolen by Anderson. And it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Harden. Ariza. Back to Harden. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Patterson. Now George, averaging 23 points a game and is one of the more consistent producers on any given night. And he gets it to go.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Now Harden. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and two shots coming up.
Steve, it has to be said here that he operates the pick and roll to perfection. I mean, he delights in running unwitting defenders or blindside picking guys so that he can end up rolling into a basket.
Free throw drops for Harden. Harden hits them both.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Here's Westbrook. They depend on his scoring, and he always delivers, averaging a grand total of 31 points a game. The feet to Robertson. He kicks to George. Shot clock at 5. Shot is no good, and it's Houston the other way.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Added incentive in a game like this. I mean, they've got to be ready to rise up to that challenge.
And there's Eric Gordon on the assist from Ryan Anderson. Ariza's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. He passes to George. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. George has got his first points in this one. Harden outside and released it in time, but it's off the mark. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Houston on top, leading by 3. And we'll be back right after this. And And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
They're just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
Taking full advantage of playing at home, and the fans have really helped them here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Thunder, they've got Kyle Singler. Jimmy Butler is out there with Nick Collison. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard. Nene kicks to Paul. Outside Gordon. Kicks it out to Paul. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Paul's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Passes it to Abrinas. Dishes it to George. Pulls up. Offensive rebound. And the pass to Abrinas. Ball's knocked loose. Paul with the steal. Ahead. Here's Tucker. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Andrew Wiggins checked in for Oklahoma City. Thunder trailing by 6. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Well, as usual, a lot of offense in the NBA is being generated from the small forward position this season. Here are the league's best at that position. Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Paul, right side. High, arcing shot. Count the bucket. Paul's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, and their offense scorching now. Red hot. They've really turned it on.
I just don't know if you can play any better offensively, making it look easy out there.
Now, here is George. Stolen by Tucker. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And it's Paul penetrating, and he gets it to go. Paul's got 7 points.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Nick Collison. We've got 22 seconds left here in the second. Poked loose and taken away by Paul. On the wing, Gordon. Great D that time from Westbrook.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you.
And that concludes the first half. Rockets lead by 8. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Thunder trailing by 8. Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter. Nene is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Paul in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Back to Ariza. Anderson. Houston moving the ball around. Kabila gets to Ariza. Harden right side. Lock at 6. Paul. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Pass to Ariza. Anderson outside. He dishes it to Paul. Kicks it out to Harden. Pass to Anderson. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Here's where Oklahoma City sits in the NBA statistical standings right now. First in rebounding, 10th in blocks, and they're in the top half of the league in scoring as well. Not too shabby.
And also, I love their work on the boards. I mean, they put multiple bodies in the paint. Truly a team effort, and that's why they're the best in the league. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And Patterson kicks to George. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. George has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Paul kicks to Harden. Ariza from outside the arc. And another three for Houston. 19 seconds left to play in the third. Westbrook with a screen for George. Here's Roberson, guarded by Harden. Paul with the steal. Here's Anderson.
My goodness! Wow! Just when it looked like the third quarter was over, they go and do that. They pin 3 more points on the lead in the cruelest of fashions.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Houston on top. They lead by 13. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Houston.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
And Oklahoma City, look at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Norris Cole. Adams is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position.
First team foul.
And so it's Houston with it. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Paul outside. The dish to Anderson. 4 on the shot clock. From deep Harden. And another 3 for Houston.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coast.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
The kick out to Anderson. Paul, defended by George. Harden dishes to Anderson. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the Rockets lead by 19. Now Westbrook. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And they're able to recover. Roberson the pass to George. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Houston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Harden outside. On the wing, Eric Gordon. No good on the triple. Thunder have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Left side, George. Kicks to Adams. Plenty of space. The rebound by Harden. Houston's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Such a wide-open look.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
Takes the 3. Off target with that shot. So we see Houston taking the W here. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ryan Anderson.
Yeah. T.Y., what up? Ali, what up?